everybody. Cathryn Hartt here of Heart and Soul Studio, the unacting coach. All right, here is my personal number one choice as your very, very most important tool that you have to work with as an actor, and honestly as a human being too. Your body. This thing, the thing you were born with, the thing they really can't take away from you. I own this sucker. You can't have it. Whether you like it or not, you're stuck with this thing. So, this is my greatest tool that I have to work with as an actor too. Everyone can see it. I'm in it all the time, so I might as well use it to its full advantage. All right, I'm going to give you a couple of tips today to help you move yourself forward as a performer by using this fabulous number one tool, your body. Number one, when you walk into an audition, don't you want to own it? Don't you want to walk in that room and they just think, oh my gosh, look at this person. You don't want to go in there all full of yourself, because then they'll think, oh my gosh, look at that jerk. You don't want to go in there like, I don't really think I'm going to win this. That's kind of like, because then they think, oh, what a loser. You don't want to go in there desperate. I really have to have this job, because they think you're needy and greedy. And you're going to transfer all of your emotions, all of your energy into that room by your energy and body. When you walk in there, you suck the air right out of the room. They're already presuming you're a loser. When you walk in there, they're going like, gosh, this person's desperate. They probably never worked before in their lives. Let's not hire them. But you walk in there comfortable in your own skin with your magic light shining through, good, bad, or indifferent. You tell them, I'm confident. I'm someone you want to work with. I'm the guy. Or, excuse me, the girl. So, how do you manage to do that? By using your body. All right, this is a trick I've taught for years, but they've actually come out with research now medically that proves what you do with your body translates into your mind and makes actual physiological changes in your body. You release different chemicals in your brain depending upon, what you're doing with your body. So if you go in there kind of unsure, not only are you telling them you're unsure, you're telling your own mind you're unsure too, and you make yourself more unsure. So right before you go in, you're going to take a power stance. And you're going to stand there like you own this world. Wonder Woman, all right? Superman. Spread your feet really far apart. You can either spread your arms out and make them go really far. Just take up space, or put them on your hips and own this room. Go in the restroom and do it for a couple of minutes. This is proven. They've actually done medical research on this stuff, and they've actually proved this works. It's not just me saying, I think it works because I'm new agey. I'm telling you, this works. So take a stance and really hold your chest up. Stand there like you have power for a couple of minutes before you go into the audition. And then when you walk in, you walk in with this power because your mind has just sent that surging through your entire body, and your whole aura changes. So you walk in there, and the ambiance that comes in with you is, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm confident. All right. Tip number 2. Let's take that a step farther to what you do when you're actually acting. When I act, I can also trigger emotions in my body and my mind to really happen by what I do physiologically with my body. So if I'm going to get angry, if I really tense up and I clench my jaw and I do everything I do in my body, I really do, you start triggering all these little things to get released. You start feeling really angry. So when you're coming at this, obviously you're going to use all of your other tools you have as an actor, your backstory and, reality, creating, as if you're really there, and all these wonderful tools that you also have to work with. When I give you these quick tips, it's not like, do 4 quick tips and you're going to be set for life as an actor. No, you're going to go and study a lot and train your little butts off to learn and really put this stuff in your DNA and gather them from everybody and every place in the entire world. But here's one that I think will help you use this little button to push. Boom. Here's a quick one. Do what you do in your body physically. If you're sad, really slump down and sigh. And maybe if you're trying to trigger something where you're very insecure, sort of put your body in a protective, cower in the chair, scooch down, and breathe. Audible breathing and stuff to go along with it. And you will start to push buttons that make your body, and therefore your mind, feel like you have a real emotion. Okay, tip number 3. I want to create a character that is very specific. So I am going to be giving them little different kinds of mannerisms and things, little things that you do. If you're nervous, you pull your ear. Maybe you clean your fingernails a lot. Maybe you play with your sleeves. So the little things that I do are maybe you pull your sleeves up. Maybe do stuff with your hair, or do other stuff with your hair. So the things that you do as little mannerisms will really help, number one, to show people who you are, but it makes you feel like that too. Again, you're triggering real feelings. So let's carry that farther into taking it from just having little individual mannerisms that you use that would make your character kind of different than everybody else. So all these little mannerisms help you to feel more like you are someone else and show us. Let's go into the next little tip. Taking that a step farther, just getting into the body of your character, moving like your character, dumping down into the flesh and blood of your character really helps to make your character come to life. I use this all the time in my acting classes. It's one of my most important tools that I use. If I can get a person to move like their character, they start to think like their character. If I can get your flesh and blood to be doing something different than what you've done before, your voice will change, your attitude will change, the way you do stuff, kind of changes. So the more that you start to move and feel and touch, just get in the body of your character. Sit down like your character. Walk like your character. Close the door like your character. Pull your pants up like your character does. Kind of play the way your character plays. Really start moving like your character. And the more that you get into the body of your character, the easier it is for you to get out of the way and just let the character start reacting for you. They'll start thinking and seeing the world through the character instead of you. Okay, last little tip. Getting into a scene, especially auditions and stuff where you really need to not be acting. And this is a tough one for most people. When the camera comes on, I get natural. No, that's not natural. That's someone very stiff and awkward. So a lot of times I'll trick people and I'll just push your buttons. I'll make you start laughing and stuff, and I'll say action because I want to capture you right here, and you go like, oh. I go, no, you look like a dork now. You look like you're acting. So the trick is the way you smudge into it so you don't feel like you're starting to act. I mean, you're not really trying to trick the audience as much as you're tricking yourself into not starting to act. Give yourself something to do. Put it in your body. Start moving like your character. Anytime that you can get into your senses, like really feel something or smell something, that'll sort of help to put you back in your body because you're in your senses and stuff. And start doing things the way your character would. And don't stop when the camera starts. You're already living and breathing as if you're in that world. And just let them continue to go. You don't stop and make that, I'm going to start saying my lines. No, you kind of smudge up that little place where you don't know you're acting and all of a sudden your character is alive and doing it for you. Okay, that's it. I finished. So, please use your body. Well, I think you have to because you're in it, but you know what I mean. Go off and use your brain.